It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Falcons and the Panthers on Sunday night primetime.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 19... Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. Couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams today both find themselves at the end of the year in that mix.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Back to the air once more on second down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. And here's Bijan. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. On the ground, it's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Nix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. His kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Panthers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Panther 1st down. Back to the air one more time. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Anytime you call a trick play, there's really 2 options. One, the play caller ends up looking like a genius. It plays...
Oh, a loose football. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming getting started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw is complete. It's Heath. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. So we are... Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Robinson. And he'll take this up past the 40. A pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. The ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a loose football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Into space. To the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They send the tight end in motion. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On the give, this is Algier. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Nix. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Back to throw is Nix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons open it up a bit further. They now lead 20-0.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He fumbled the football. Oh, he gets it right back. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. A give, and here comes Robinson. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Now they'll set up to throw. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's fourth down. He'll bang that one through. It's good. So we're at halftime. Both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is first and 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On the handoff, it's Robinson. A hit, and he has lost the football.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
They put Pickens in motion. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Panthers have it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. They'll run with Hubbard. And he will score. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. The PAT up and good. And the Panthers are able to cut the deficit to 10. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Here's Nix to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I don't think we all appreciate enough just how difficult it is to throw on the run. The technique, the arm strength, the accuracy, all of those things on complete display on that first down pass.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll run with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. To throw is Nix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. It is a gain of 16. They get the 3rd down conversion by about a yard. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Nix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Pitts is the man in motion. Nix gonna throw for it. That's taken in. He is in. Terrace Marshall. Touchdown Falcons. The extra point up and good. And the Falcons will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that is
in trouble, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Oh, he coughs up the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
So, both teams.
Ready.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's 1st and 10. Give left side. Here comes Robinson. Not much developing there. Short pickup. Down to the 47.
Let's go.
2nd down and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. Quickly to the outside and complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta. The extra point is up and through. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Another run here for Robinson. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Third and long. Throwing is Nix. And this ball incomplete on third down. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it's going to be 4th down. They'll go for it with Hubbard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run over center with Robinson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Run it here with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. On first down, right back to Robinson. And a short pickup down inside the 10. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready?
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On fourth down, here's Nix. That is caught, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
All right, Mike, so think back to earlier in this game. The coach decides to be aggressive. He's successful on fourth down. He decides to do it again. This time, the defense has other ideas and comes up with it.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Here's Robinson. Not much. Second and long coming up. On the ground, it's Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. On third down, it's Robinson. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Let's go. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal. Throwing. Nix. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. No problem there on the extra point. And the Falcons add on to their already sizable lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
And here's Bijan. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Just a short pickup down inside the 30. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of the